Sis, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is pause. You've been pushing and pretending you're fine, but what if God is saying, be still and let me heal you? Hey, beautiful. Welcome to Forgive That and Heal Sis podcast, where we trade trauma and suffering for peace, power, and purpose. I'm Coach Ronnie, a best-selling author and certified mental health life coach. Sis, I've been through it all. Abandonment, teenage motherhood, sexual abuse, and homelessness. But God flipped my pain into purpose, and now I help strong, heart-weary women like you heal what you hide, forgive what hurt you, and walk in freedom. Here, we talk faith, forgiveness, and real-life healing. No masks, no pretending. Because if I can overcome my trauma, sis, you can too. Let's heal together, one conversation at a time. Welcome to Forgive That and Heal Sis podcast, the podcast where we normalize real healing conversations rooted in faith, forgiveness, and authenticity. Today, we're talking about something that might feel uncomfortable for my high-achieving, got it all together, but your soul hurts sisters out there. And that is the power in the pause, and how trusting the forgiveness process can actually help you heal quicker than you forcing your way forward. If you've ever found yourself trying to hurry up and heal, or pretending like you're okay when your heart is still bleeding, sis, this episode is your permission to stop, breathe, and let God do what only He can do. I want to be real with you for a moment. There was a season in my life, maybe several seasons, let me be real, when I thought moving on meant moving fast. I told myself, if I only just keep busy, keep working, keep achieving, maybe the pain will fade. But what I didn't realize was I wasn't healing. I was hiding. Girl, I was masking my grief with productivity and overachievement. Oh yes, honey, that is a drug of choice because it was mine. Smiling through unmet expectations and still slaying as a leader as I silently sunk under the weight of heartache, shame, and wishing my life was somehow different. Pretending like I was over it was a lie, and that was easier to live with at that time instead of facing the facts and admitting the deep, hurtful impact of my past experiences, circumstances, and choices. It took me years to understand that forgiveness isn't instant. It's a process that requires the partnership with God. And sis, maybe that's where you are right now. Listen, there's no shame. There's no judgment in this space. Forcing yourself to be over it just because you think pausing means you're weak is a lie from hell. But hear me well. The pause is powerful because it's in the pause that God begins to reveal, restore, and realign what's been broken within you. Psalm 46:10 reminds us, "Be still and know that I am God." That's not just a verse for comfort. It's a divine command to trust His timing even when your heart is tired. Did you know that there are 3 powerful ways that pausing can actually help you heal faster? Not by rushing ahead, but by sitting still long enough to allow God to do His deep work in your heart. All right, sis. Come with me. Let's go down this journey together. Before we get started, I want you to just breathe. Deep breath in and out. Let's go through these 3 powerful pause scenarios that I want you to write down in your journal this week. First, the pause to help you process truth. Before you can truly forgive, you got to be honest with yourself, not just with God. Did you hear me? I said with yourself. When you pause, you give yourself permission to acknowledge the facts and feelings around the circumstances and situations that you've encountered. It's not about rushing to, I'm fine, or I'm good, or it's cool. That was my favorite one. No, ma'am. No, you're not. So let's be honest. Stop telling yourself that lie. Start being honest and admit that when you're hurting, your whole essence hurts. Honesty is a prerequisite for God to heal you. Did you know that? Oh yes, He can't heal what you continue to hide, sis. It's about naming your pain, because when you come to God with truth, He responds, honey. Because God is truth. He recognizes truth and He responds with truth. Truth is always in alignment with answered prayers, especially when you're healing your heart's desires. From this day forward, dare to start saying this and then fill in the blank of that experience or that pain that you're currently experiencing. So this, fill in the blank, hurt me, but it won't define me. Psalm 34:18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." That's your reminder that God is not impatient with your process. He is present in it. This is the key takeaway that I want you to journal about and I want you to think through. That is, forgiveness isn't about forgetting. It's about facing what happened without letting it control your peace. So where in your life are you not facing the facts about what happened and you're still holding on to the pain from that experience? Now, once you face the truth, the next step is learning how to trust, even when you don't understand what God is doing. That's where faith comes in. Secondly, the pause strengthens your faith. When you pause, you're choosing to trust instead of control. It's your way of saying, God, I don't have to understand this. I just have to obey you through it. Did you know? Sometimes your healing will come in the waiting, not the working. Because when you pause, you shift from self-reliance to divine reliance. Isaiah 40:31 reminds us, "But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint." So pause long enough for your strength to be renewed. Stop depleting it by doing. Allow yourself to just be, especially as you walk through your healing journey. Here's a key takeaway when you're thinking about faith this week. Write this down in your journal. When we pause, we give God space to move. When we rush, we get in His way. Your journal prompt on this key point is, in what areas am I trying to rush my healing process? Now, here's the beautiful part, sis. Actually, my favorite part. After you've processed the truth and strengthened your faith, the pause begins to make sense. Oh, yes. You start realizing that God was never punishing you. He was preparing you. So thirdly, in our last point, the pause prepares you for God's redemption. Every pause in your life is a setup for His comeback story. You might think the delay means denial, but it's actually development. Sometimes God pauses your progress so He can purify and clarify your perspective, because He's not just restoring what was lost, He's redeeming what's next. And when He moves, it's a guaranteed checkmate, baby. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him." Sis, you may have lost the first few rounds, but God always has the final move. He never wastes your pain. He redeems it. Our key takeaway here is understanding and remembering. Healing happens faster when you stop forcing closure and start trusting God's timing. Your journal prompt on this point is, God, where am I not trusting you with my healing process? I know the pause can feel lonely. It has for me. It's hard to sit in what I call the messy middle. That is, between who or what hurt you and who you're becoming. But sis, don't rush your resurrection. You can't heal what you keep hiding, and you can't trust God's redemptive plan if you keep trying to rewrite your own story. So today, I want you to grieve what happened. Grieve what didn't happen. The apologies you never got, the closure you still crave, and understanding that you still seek. And even let's grieve the relationships that didn't work out. That's a big one. Then Release it into the hands of the only one who knows how and has the power to make it right. Because forgiveness isn't just about freeing the offender, it's about freeing the negative impact it left on you. So this week, here's your freedom work. There's 3 things, but I think you can handle it, okay? Number 1, pause on purpose. Take 10 minutes each day to intentionally just breathe. No music, no scrolling. Breathe. Breathe in peace as you breathe out grief. Breathe in healing as you breathe out heartbreak. Allow God to hold your heart as you hand Him your heartaches. Number 2, go ahead and here's another journal prompt for you. Journal on this question. What unmet expectations am I still grieving? And number 3, be sure to always wrap your heart with prayer. That's the conversation between you and God. And here's a simple prayer for you. God, help me to forgive the facts and heal the impact of those things that hurt me. Because true healing starts when you stop performing and start pausing. And remember, sis, around here, we don't rehearse hurt. We release it. That's why your pause is not punishment. It's preparation. God's already made the next move, and it's always a checkmate in your favor when you choose to forgive that and heal, sis. Until next time, know that I'm praying for you. I love you, sis, and I'm so proud of you. Let's continue forward in this healing journey together. Woo, sis, that was good for the soul, wasn't it? I appreciate you spending time with me today, moving closer to forgiveness and healing. If this episode spoke to you, do me a favor and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Share with a friend and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of healing. Remember, sis, forgiveness isn't a weakness, it's your superpower. So keep healing to walk in freedom. Until next time, be well, forgive that, and heal.